How do Russian spies steal America's secrets? Monday, watch ABC's World News Tonight.
Happy Easter from Channel 6.
From Idaho's Treasure Valley and news centers around the world, this is the weekend edition of NewsWatch 6 with Bob Evans and the ABC Weekend Report.
It's of violence tonight as the 11 p.m. deadline laid down by the British government passed for Argentina to remove its military forces from the Falkland Islands. An unconfirmed report out of Argentina says Argentine troops will withdraw if the British naval fleet will turn back. Meanwhile, Alexander Haig left Buenos Aires for London today. Officials say Haig and Argentine leaders were unable to come to a solution despite more than 10 hours of talks. Pope John Paul II celebrated Mass in St. Peter's Square on this Easter Sunday. As is the custom, the pontiff blessed the crowd, estimated at 300,000, and wished them a happy Easter in 43 languages. President and Mrs. Reagan attended Easter services in Barbados under a tight blanket of security today before leaving for Washington. And an American Jew shot his way into the Rock Mosque in Jerusalem today, killing 3 people before running out of ammunition and being arrested by Israeli authorities. More international and national news in 14 minutes from ABC. A truck fire on Highway 16 near the Gem County line completely destroyed a flatbed truck tonight. The Idaho State Police says none of the fire departments in the area responded to the fire because it was out of everyone's jurisdiction. The Gem County Sheriff's Department says the driver, Edward L. Smith of Boise, received second-degree burns on his left hand and was transported to Walter Knox Hospital, where he was treated and released. One fire crew finally did arrive on the scene, but it was too late to save the already gutted truck. The flatbed was carrying a pickup, which was taken off the truck before it was damaged. The cause of the fire is still not known. A Boise man was stabbed late this afternoon at 10827 Sandhurst in Ada County. The Ada County Sheriff's Department says 31-year-old Randy Hagerman was stabbed once in the abdomen while he and another Boisean were at a friend's house. Sheriff's deputies have taken Gilbert Gorman of Boise into custody in connection with the stabbing and have charged him with aggravated battery. Hagerman is listed in stable condition at St. Alphonsus Hospital tonight. Circumstances surrounding the incident are still under investigation. Federal prosecutors and attorneys for Gloria White prepared today for final arguments in the trial accusing White of teaching Christopher Boyce how to rob banks. An 8-woman, 4-man jury is to return to U.S. District Court tomorrow in Boise for final arguments and instructions in the trial that began on March 24th with 3 defendants. Gloria White is the sole remaining defendant in the case after Christopher Boyce pleaded guilty to bank robbery charges and Calvin Robinson was dismissed. She is charged with hiding Boyce and teaching him to rob banks after he escaped from federal prison in January of 1980. Idaho Employment Director Scott McDonald has a reminder for all out-of-work Idahoans. He says they should remember they are entitled to 13 extra weeks of unemployment benefits under a recently approved extension. The new program for 1982 is designed to help the unemployed who have exhausted regular benefits but haven't been able to find work because of the continuing recession. If you think you might be eligible for the extension, contact your local job service. Moore Financial Group, Idaho First National Bank's parent company, has gained a first-quarter net income 17% above the same time last year. That's according to Moore Chairman Thomas Fry. The parent company posted first-quarter net income of more than $5.5 million, or 91 cents per share. Well, most residents in the Treasure Valley have observed Easter Sunday with their families and friends. While some worshiped in churches, others tried to find some sunshine and enjoy outdoor activities, and there were still others confined indoors. Those included inmates at the Idaho State Prison. Bill Silcock reports on how they celebrated Easter Sunday.
He has made us children of the light, rising to new and everlasting life. He has opened the gates of heaven to receive his faithful people. His death is our ransom from death. His resurrection is our rising to new life.
Father Pat Dennis celebrated Easter Mass for some 70 medium custody inmates and their families at the Idaho Prison this afternoon. He told the congregation how Christ suffered the death penalty. He also observed how all would be better off if there were more Christian qualities displayed in the prison yard. There were also special Protestant and Mormon Easter Sunday services held today. Nearby at the prison farm, Easter Sunday included religious services and family activities. The head of the prison farm dorm complex, Burdell Christensen, says this is the 7th year they've done it.
Well, it gives them a little opportunity to spend these holidays with their families and loved ones, and we've had tremendous results of it with virtually little or no problems.
Prison farm activities included an Easter egg hunt for the inmates' children and a visit with the Jolly Clown. There was also a scrumptious Easter family meal for over 400 people, paid for by the inmates using their work release money.
This is a very beneficial program because this is their last stepping stone between the incarceration and in society, the free world. And I think this is a tremendous program for them to participate in prior to getting released to the streets.
Although confined behind fences, prison officials made sure inmates felt the freedom and spirit of Easter Sunday as they shared the day with their families. Bill Silcock, Newswatch 6.
Well, it was a windy but warm Easter day. However, we may be getting more rain tomorrow. Weather is next. Stay with us.
I never thought it would happen to me. All those years in pro competition, I was in good shape. And then one morning I woke up with terrible chest pains.
I knew what it was.
When Earl had his heart attack, he was a champion. Bowler of the Year for 3 straight years and winner of 30 titles. Just a few months after it happened, he was back on the pro circuit again because he did what everyone should do when they have a heart attack. He had someone take him to the hospital right away, where he received prompt care and treatment. Later, he started a reasonable exercise program under a doctor's care. He didn't try to do too much too soon.
I feel so good now, and I feel like a rookie again. And I guess that's what I'd like everybody to know. A heart attack can change your lifestyle, but you can come back. You can be a winner again. You can strike out heart disease.
Joe Cannon is back. As a special benefit for the Idaho Youth Ranch after 4 months in Lake Tahoe, Joe Cannon is returning to Idaho for one night only, Thursday, April 15th at the Boise Elks Club, with a special attraction, the Pino Bennett Band. Tickets are available all over town, but they're going fast. For the benefit of the Idaho Youth Ranch.
Well, the rain stopped in time for a sunny Easter afternoon, allowing for some of the outdoor fun to happen. High winds across southern Idaho did cause your breath to be taken away at times, no doubt. Boise reported wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour, and over in Pocatello, they reported gusts up to 50 miles per hour. At least it warmed up a bit. The nation's high today was a warm 95 degrees at Gila Bend, Arizona. The low was 11 at Bemidji, Minnesota. In Idaho, Hagerman warmed up to an almost hot 70 degrees. The overnight low was in Stanley, where they had 16. Boise reached 68 for their high and had the overnight low of 46. The satellite photo shows the Pacific cool front that has been slowly working its way eastward across Idaho, bringing with it some more cool, moist air. Currently in Boise, it's 54 degrees. Nampa has 55, and Caldwell has 53. The relative humidity is 44%, and the winds are from the southwest at 15 miles per hour. The barometer is holding steady at 29.58 inches, and the 24-hour precipitation has been 28/100 of an inch. The pinpoint forecast is calling for a chance of showers through midweek with a possible warming and dry trend by the weekend. Highs will be in the mid-50s and lows in the upper 30s. Coming up next in sports, Craig Stadler holds on to win the Masters Golf Tournament in Augusta, Georgia, and Michael Spinks retained his WBA light heavyweight title today in Atlantic City. Details are next. Stay with us.
Conoco's gas-saving motor oil is the result of 60 years of innovations.
Oh, we have a new one.
1922,
An additive.
Conoco introduces the motor oil additive. In 41,
Well, from Conoco.
an additive to keep engines clean. Then in 54, an oil that works in all kinds of weather.
In the summer, winter.
And now, a gas-saving motor oil. New generation all season. Get a $2 rebate with this coupon. From Conoco.
There's a place you can go that can change the way you look at yourself, the way you feel about yourself, the way you feel about others. It won't be easy. Challenges never are. It's called Outward Bound, a short wilderness experience for men and women from 16 and a half to 60, designed to help you discover that some things you never thought you could do, you really can. That's got to be the most beautiful experience in the world.
Suicide does not have to happen. If you are feeling lonely and depressed, things may seem worse than they really are. Call the Boise hotline. At Boise Hotline, we care enough to listen.
In Augusta, Georgia, Craig Stadler got his first green jacket, emblematic of a Masters champion. But before he could slip into his new coat, Stadler had to fight off some shaky play and a determined effort from a career non-winner. Alan Jeffries reports.
Craig Stadler led by as many as 6 on the front 9, but was constantly in trouble as he headed for the clubhouse. Dan Pohl, playing his first Masters, had his long game in gear, setting himself up for several easy birdies that brought him to 4 under par at the end of regulation play. Stadler was fading fast when he bunkered this approach on 16, leading to a bogey that left him 5 under, 1 shot ahead of Pohl. With the title on the line at the 18th, Stadler missed this putt for par, dropping him into a tie with Pohl. On the first hole of sudden death, Pohl missed the green with his approach and then chipped short of the cup. Stadler, safely down in par, then watched as Pohl missed his par attempt, a miss that made Craig Stadler the 1982 Masters champion. This is Alan Jeffries reporting.
Michael Spinks retained his World Boxing Association light heavyweight title today with an 8th-round TKO over Murray Sutherland in Atlantic City. Most of the fight belonged to Spinks. Here's the exception. The one good right Sutherland landed in the 6th. But rather than press, Spinks became the aggressor and paid Sutherland back. The bell always came in the nick of time, but in the 8th round, there was no saving bell. A smashing right by the champ sent the challenger to his knees. And there it is right there. And as Sutherland took the count, Leon Spinks' little brother could sense that he would retain his WBA light heavyweight crown. Michael buried Sutherland under a barrage of rights and lefts, and there was little doubt he would fall. The victory came at 124 of the 8th round. It was the 3rd time that Spinks successfully defended his title, and the 2nd time he defeated Sutherland. Turning now to baseball scores around the country. In the American League, the Chicago White Sox beat the New York Yankees twice today. Milwaukee Brewers down the Blue Jays 14-5. Boston Red Sox blanked Baltimore. The Texas Rangers lost a real loser to the Cleveland Indians. California lost to the Twins. Detroit downed Kansas City by 1. Seattle beat Oakland in 16 innings in the first game, 6-3. Their second game is underway, no score there. In the National League, the Philadelphia Phillies beat the Montreal Expos by 1. Houston lost to Atlanta by 5. Pittsburgh lost to St. Louis by 1. San Francisco downed the Cincinnati Reds. The New York Mets took the Chicago Cubs, and the San Diego Padres and Los Angeles Dodgers were rained out. In NBA action tonight, the Boston Celtics beat Philadelphia by 1 point in overtime. San Antonio beat Kansas City by 5. Chicago lost to Atlanta. Houston lost to Dallas. New York beat